Hi everybody, welcome back, glad you could tune in again. It is the morning of Monday the 16th of November and this devotion, well, such as it is, comes to you with my apologies. It's been a little hectic around here these last few days and so I haven't had the time as I'd normally hoped to have done to get the devotion video to Mr. Franklin in time for him to edit it and make it all look beautiful. So it's unedited and looks ugly. My fault, I'm very sorry about that, but I thought it might be about time for me to give you a quick update on what's going on here. So first, a bit of news about the church at Emmanuel in London. So we have been forced to switch back to meeting online again because the government has initiated new lockdown measures and we don't have a venue of our own, and so we're basically, I guess, hostage to whatever our hosts are wanting us to do. And we've been very blessed because after looking for 20 or 25 different venues, all of which said they couldn't accommodate us, we finally found somewhere a few months back, but they wanted to be a little cautious and perhaps understandably, given the restrictions that have been placed on lots of different activities here, they don't want us to rent their premises for the time being. So we're meeting online again. So I really appreciate your prayers, as with the whole congregation, in the next few weeks. This is supposed to be a shorter period of restriction until the beginning of December, but it is frustrating, and it will be wonderful if you would be willing to pray, perhaps especially for Pastor Steve Hayhow, my successor here at Emmanuel, as he's trying to shepherd the flock in this trying and frustrating time. It's frustrating for everybody, but that's the particular shape of the frustration here. Turning to the Jeffrey family situation, well, you can see this is my study, or what's left of it. There's no shelves. Well, there are some shelves. They're just over here in the corner. I spent Saturday turning the shelves into piles of wood because it's easier for them to be stuck in a big box and shipped across the Atlantic that way. This is roughly where I would normally stand to do my devotions. This is a little guided tour of my study. There's my little music stand thingy that I would put my notes on when I have them. And my desk would normally go there, and there's a filing cabinet. So you can see there's a certain amount of chaos in my study, and if this is the chaos in my study, then you can only imagine what the chaos is going to be like in the house in the next couple of weeks. Briefly, what happened was that a couple of weeks back, it feels like a lifetime ago, we received news that the wait time for visa interviews at the London embassy was almost a year. And at that point, it looked like, we just simply didn't know what to do. And I remember writing in an email to the session at All Saints that it would be a series of minor miracles if we managed to move things ahead, because we had a couple of ideas about how we might proceed, but it wasn't at all clear whether they'd work, and there were so many different ways for them to go wrong and really only one way for them to go right that it wasn't at all clear, at least to me, how this could happen. But in God's good providence, amazingly and remarkably, we managed to get a visa appointment at the US consulate in Frankfurt, Germany. And so we flew to Frankfurt, we got an appointment, the visa was approved. We then had to drive to Hamburg to get a plane home, and we're now in quarantine here in England, which is one step up from lockdown. We're not even allowed to leave our property because we've been in an infectious country, Germany. So we've got to be here for 2 weeks, and we're all in a little bit of a whirl, frankly, because it seems to have happened so fast. And that series of minor miracles that was necessary in order to get us out to you guys, Lord willing, before Christmas seems to have happened. So that's the plan. So we'd really appreciate your prayers for us just as we tidy things up here. I say tidy things up, you can see the kind of chaos that we're tidying. And particularly for the family, that we want to carry on doing all the usual things, homeschooling. I want to carry on doing these devotions and all the other bits and pieces. Back to midweek Bible study, back to the Bible and theology class, back to the Thursday night book group. And at the same time, we do have one or two bits of admin to take care of as we prepare to move across the Atlantic. So we'd really appreciate your prayers for that. But above all, we'd appreciate you joining in thankfulness with us to God, because the more I think about it, the more I have to sort of pinch myself that any of this in the last couple of weeks in particular has worked at all. It has been a series of not really minor, but medium or large-sized miracles. And we'll tell you more about the details in not many weeks' time. We're due to fly on Monday the 7th of December. And so we look forward to seeing you all very soon. Bye for now.